The Smash roster is one of my favourite parts of the entire Smash series, with the inclusions of new fighters every installment. Never knowing who's going to make it into Smash 6, some fighters don't make it in, either being deconfirmed from Mii costumes, assist trophies, or other fighters from a third-party developer taking the spot, as well as a few other reasons. Welcome to A New Foe Has Appeared, where we talk about ideas for fighters that could possibly happen in Smash 6, if not the future. I'm your host BB8 from BB8's House. As always, let's get into it. Up next. April Fools. Well, apart from that, that's right. Togepi from the Pokemon franchise is who we are going to talk about today. I thought it's April Fool's Day, so I thought since I already did Eevee to go with Pikachu, I thought I have had the dumb idea in my head for quite a while to do A New Foe Has Appeared for Togepi, so I thought for April Fool's Day 2023, I would go ahead and do Togepi from the Pokemon franchise. Because yet again, Togepi is just a character that's not supposed to be taken seriously. It's a joke character after all, so I thought Togepi would fit quite well as this year's April Fool's New Foe Has Appeared video. Since I did do Fall Guy 2 years ago, I thought, why not do Togepi this year, since Easter's around the corner as well, and I thought if I was to talk about an egg-related character, well, I already have Birdo on the list. I thought I would talk about Togepi as the perfect April Fool's joke and Easter tie-in. And I thought, with the Super Mario Bros. Movie special New Foes Appeared coming up, I thought I would, instead of talking about two different Mario characters in a row, I thought I would put a Pokemon character in between to have the gap. And without further ado, let's get into it, shall we? For the moveset, the neutral special, we have Metronome. Togepi will wiggle its finger and then use a random character's neutral special. It is performed the same way that Kirby performs its neutral special. The side special, we have Sweet Kiss. Togepi will kiss the air, causing a heart projectile to fly forward. If it lands, it will randomly scramble the directional inputs of an opponent. It will normally last for 15 seconds, but if mashed out of it, will instead last for 3. The projectile, of course, can be reflected or pocketed by Villager. The up special, we have Teleport. Togepi wiggles its finger, causing it to teleport. Albeit this teleport has significantly less range than of Mewtwo's or Meta Knight's, as a prime example. The down special, we have Safeguard, which works similarly to Rosalina's down special and brings projectiles to it without taking damage. This move would take inspiration from what Misty's Togepi used in the anime. And for the final smash, we have Pokemon Party. Togepi emits a happy aura that brings all those caught in the final smash, where Togepi, along with all the other baby Pokemon, throw multiple gifts around only for Togepi to wiggle its fingers, revealing all the gifts to be bombs for them all to explode, dealing massive damage. If in the battle with Pichu, because if you're in team battle, even though this isn't a feature in Smash Bros yet, but if you're in a team battle with Pichu as your partner, Pichu will come to help and will add an electrifying touch to the final smash, and Togepi will then restore any form of damage dealt to Pichu throughout the match. For the alts and the Kirby Hat, Alt 1 just being default, which is Togepi's default colour scheme. Alt 2 will be Red Togepi, and the colour scheme would be changed to reflect that of its shiny appearance. Alt 3 would end up being Blue Togepi, with the colour scheme changed to reflect the baby Pokemon as Azurill. Alt 4 will be changed to reflect Smoochum. Alt 5 will be reflected to Elekid and Pichu. Alt 6 will be changed to reflect the baby Pokemon Budew. Alt 7 will be Purple, which the colour scheme is changed to reflect that of Tyrouge. And Alt 8 will be Black, with the original colour scheme that is basically just a Togepi turned into some dark evil archetype, with the Kirby Hat, with Kirby obtaining Togepi's eggshell with the copy ability of Metronome. For the classic mode route, we have Brawl of Babies. Togepi's classic mode route will have it fighting the baby characters of the Super Smash Bros. Roster. Pichu will become partners with Togepi after round 1 is complete. So round 1, we have Pichu. Round 2, we have Kirby. Round 3 being Ice Climbers. Round 4 being Yoshi and Mario, as a reference to Yoshi's Island, Young Link, Togepi, and the final round being the boss round, Marks. The victory theme poses and the Punch-Out title, the victory theme will just be Victory from the Pokemon series. Victory pose 1, Togepi is seen sleeping peacefully as the camera pans in on them. Victory pose 2, Togepi wiggles its fingers as an explosion appears behind it as it smiles. Victory pose 3, Togepi emerges from a pile of berries, seemingly really happy. And the defeat pose, Togepi starts to sniffle as it's about to cry but is holding back its tears. And the Punch-Out title being The Miracle of a New Life. For the Amiibo, I'm not gonna lie, if I had to own an Amiibo of one Pokemon, it would probably be Togepi. I don't know why, because I've already got Pichu here, so I thought Togepi, a Togepi amiibo, I would probably buy it. And Togepi's Smash render will just take its pose as seen in the promotional art for the Pokemon series. The amiibo won't have any specific touch to it, but the Togepi amiibo will come boxed on its own or with a Pichu amiibo as well. The compatible games include Super Smash Bros, where you tap in Togepi to summon a fighter you can train, Pokemon Unlimited, as you can tap to battle Togepi and tap again to catch the Pokemon which will be stored inside the amiibo. Decidueye the Wrath of the Forest, tap in to summon a Togepi companion. Greninja the Shadows of Kalos, you can tap in to unlock Togepi themed gear. Delphox the Houses of a Grexmoth, still need to work on that concept video, is where you tap in to unlock Togepi as a house student. Plusle and Minun Attack of the City is where you tap in to unlock new colour palettes. Pichu's Adventure, since Togepi would end up playing a big part of the Pichu solo game, I thought, why not give Togepi a different purpose than unlocking a skateboard themed after a particular Pokemon? Since Togepi and Pichu would end up sharing a spin-off, and Pichu wouldn't be on his own. Pokemon Origins Latios and Latias is where you can tap in to unlock decorations to put on either Latios or Latias. Pokemon Legends Celebi is where you can tap in Togepi, and then you tap again to catch the Amiibo Togepi, which would end up having a unique ability that the normal Togepi can't learn. And for Pokemon Visions is where you can tap in to unlock some robotic parts to build Togepi's Iron Egg form. The stage I went for Togepi is Bell Tower, from Pokemon Gold and Silver, which released in 1999, Pokemon Crystal, which released in 2000, and Pokemon Heart Gold and Soul Silver, that released in 2009 and 2010. But Bell Tower in Smash Bros would be taking its appearance from Heart Gold and Soul Silver, since in Gold, Silver and Crystal, Bell Tower was actually known as Tin Tower. And since we don't have a stage in Smash Bros to represent Johto, I thought Bell Tower would be a perfect stage for Johto. Why not use it? So, 700 years before the events of the games, 2 9-tier towers were built opposite of each other in a Critique City. The towers were built to foster the friendship and hope between the Pokemon and people. The view from atop the towers was said to be magnificent. In Smash Bros, the top of the tower will act as the platform for the stage. You will get a view of a Critique City from the top, and Ho-Oh will make a cameo in the stage. Similar to how Yveltal made a cameo in Prism Tower, I thought Ho-Oh would make sense in this term. And numerous Pokemon from the Johto region will be making a cameo within the stage as well. For the support fighters, the support fighter roster for Togepi will be based on the baby Pokemon, but unfortunately will only include baby Pokemon from Generation 2. So, the 3 Pokemon I went with are Elekid, Magby, and Smoochum. Elekid, unfortunately, with Elekid getting the support fighter spot, Elekid has officially been deconfirmed from the Echo Fighter, that Echo Fighter dedicated episode of A New Foes Appeared that I have considered making. Like, I have considered making an episode of A New Foes Appeared where I talked about Echo Fighters, but unfortunately, Elekid missed the Echo Fighter spot for Pichu, and I ended up giving the Echo Fighter to someone else, but I'm not saying who. Elekid will perform electric attacks similar to Pichu, as well as Dedenne and Togedemaru in their Pokeball Pokemon forms. But Elekid, like the anime, can summon a shield which can stun opponents if they come into contact. The second support fighter I went with is Magby, since you can't really have Elekid without Magby, since Electabuzz and Magmar have technically been the duo for some reason, because when it came to like generations and the evolutions of Electabuzz and Magmar, they would usually get their evolutions in the same generation. So we had Magmar and Electabuzz in Generation 1, Elekid and Magby in Generation 2, and in Generation 4, Electivire and Magmortar. So Magby will constantly perform a flamethrower attack, and Magby will occasionally throw some fiery punches at the opponents. And the final support fighter I went with is Smoochum. Since Pichu's already in Smash, I couldn't really use him as a support fighter, so I went ahead and picked Smoochum. Smoochum will chase after an opponent until it latches onto them. Once latched on, Smoochum will kiss the opponent, which will cause the opponent to have both a stun effect and a small health drain. For the music, I went with Title Screen and Adventure Begins. Pokemon Mobile System GB, Mobile Connection, New Barktown, Hurry Along, Ranfair Item Obtained, Elm Pokemon Lab, Route 29, Battle Wild Pokemon Johto Day version, Battle Wild Pokemon Johto Night version, Victory Wild Pokemon, Fanfare Level Up, Cherry Grove City, Hurry Along 2, Pokemon Center, Pokemon Healed, Route 30, Fanfare received a Pokemon, Professor Oak, a rival appears, Battle Rival, Victory Trainer Battle, a rival appears, version 2, Printer Menu, Fanfare Pokédex Evaluation, no good, a trainer appears, Boy 1 version, Battle, Trainer Battle, Johto version, Violet City, Sprout Tower, a trainer appears, Sage version, and Tin Tower. For the spirits, we have the Fighter Spirit being Togepi, and the rest of the spirits we have Pichu, Cleffa, Igglybuff, Tyrogue, Smoochum, Elekid, Magby, Azurill, Wyomnaut, Buju, Chingling, Bonsly, Mime Jr., Happiny, Montralax, Riolu, Mantike,
Toxel, Togetic, which does enhance into Togekiss, Ho-Oh, and Lugia. And finally, for the reveal trailer. The reveal trailer starts with a Pokemon trainer running towards their next destination, but they don't realize that their backpack isn't closed, and then the egg falls out of their bag and rolls across the ground, falls into the river, and ends up in a familiar waterfall. The waterfall in the background of Battlefield in Smash Bros. Pikachu and Pichu both spot an egg and calls Mario over to take a look at this egg. Mario looks concerned to what this egg can be. The egg hatches as a foot starts popping out, then a hand, and then its head. And the egg is then revealed to be Togepi cracks the egg. And then gameplay then shows for Togepi as the reveal trailer ends with the splash screen Super Smash Bros. Times Pokemon Gold and Silver. So guys, what did you think of Togepi? I know Togepi is a character you're not supposed to take seriously when it comes to considerations for Smash Bros. But don't forget, doing Togepi was a joke. Since it is April Fool's Day after all, I thought Togepi would be the fitting character for it. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like this video, and turn your notification bell on so you don't miss another New Foes Appeared episode like this one. And next, we have the Super Mario Bros. Movie tie-in. With the Super Mario Bros. Movie around the corner, I thought I would do a character to tie in with the film. So, I will see you all in a future New Foes Appeared episode. BB-8 out.